Hi, it's Thursday, the 12th of December, and we're here to look at today's astrology. So let's go straight to the chart. I'll share that with you. And there we go. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, we have had over the past 24 hours an opposition between Mars and Venus. That's quite an interesting one because it takes Venus, which is a symbol for attraction, an attractor, kind of magnetic, and it also, as an Earth planet, gives us a very indolent, luxurious, nice feeling. Mars injects energy into that, and so typically we get allure and attraction in relating relationships, world of two. Venus Mars is well known really for it being in the charts of people who find relationship absolutely that what they want to be in, that they're very attracted to relating relationship, and they nearly always just go from one to the other. It gives the fire and the earth a moment where they are at one in a mutual wanting. So it's a nice aspect, but and being in the opposition of Aquarius and Leo, really an opposition that is known for friendship, that kind of thing, and so it can indicate friendships that become a little bit flirtatious, shall we say. Okay. Now, I also need to add that it has been squared. So you've got the fixed cross here. You've got Leo and Aquarius, and then you've got Taurus and Scorpio here. So a wide square, but nevertheless a square, with Juno in Scorpio and the moon in Taurus. So adding to this, Juno very much known for relating in relationship, and the moon with its emotional, feminine, soft effect. It just really adds to the fact that over the last 24 hours there has been a raising in the temperature of relating and relationships, and how they can make us focus very suddenly on allure and relating and romance and passion and attraction. So there we go. Okay, so that's something quite light. Now, I just want to look at this. I want to look at the Pluto-Uranus trine. Now, a trine means that they're 120 degrees apart. They're not at that exactness yet, but they're in the ballpark. And a lot of what is happening in Syria at the moment began with the Uranus-Pluto square back in 2011, 2012. And these two coming together again into a recognized distance between them, a recognized relationship. And this time one that is much softer, a lazy aspect, if you like, means that the happenings in Syria are very easily explained by astrology. The easy way in which the rebel fighters just simply took the country. Assad having already fled, obviously there was some arrangement for all this to happen. Otherwise, he must have a very good astrologer or psychic working for him. But he'd long gone before they even started to roll their tanks into the various areas of Syria. So very easy. What we're saying was pre-planned and not difficult to orchestrate. Okay. Arab Spring, a continuation of, there is volatility in that area and has been for many thousands of years. And I guess this won't be the end of it either. So it provides astrology with a way to describe what's happening, but war is war, and it's up to human beings to do something about it. The astrology can only just add its information on it, really. Okay, now we've got. Oh yes, there's something I wanted to discuss with you about, or to talk about actually, with regard to the fires raging in Malibu, California, on the west coast, of the USA. I was quite taken with a comment that one of you made. Jane, thank you very much for your comment regarding these fires. And it was after I'd been talking about the feminine and the masculine, and the huge Goliath combat and struggle that is going on over our heads and all around us at the moment, as the feminine tries to rise and the masculine is fighting back. Interesting. I'm very concerned also, and I hope everybody is safe over there on the West Coast. But as far as astrology is concerned, it's interesting that these fires are raging on the West Coast. Now, West Coasts are different to East Coasts, as far as I'm concerned. If we go back to Egypt, the West was the feminine side, where everything sank and went into the duat. So the sun sets, and the moon sets and planets set, and they go into a place where, well, the underworld, the duat, where there is danger and snakes and things like this, and they have to fight their way through to the rising again in the east. So the west is seen as feminine because feminine is associated with death, and the east is seen as masculine because things rise. The sun rises in the east up to its strength and its glory. I have always noticed the difference between West Coast energy and East Coast energy. I might be imagining this, but I do think it is more thoughtful, almost more introspective. And to have the fire raging in the position of femininity or yin energy, I thought was a curious metaphor for the fight raging over our heads in terms of masculine and feminine. Obviously, the UK has a West Coast, and that has a distinctly different feel to the East Coast. Maybe it's easier for us because it's smaller. We can see the difference or feel the difference in a day. We can go from one to the other. But anyway, so have a think about that. I think there is something there. Anyway, sorry, I'm just going to carry on with this chart. I was talking last time about fire and how it was so obvious and vivid in the chart. Well, the moon has since moved into an earth sign, so that has taken the fire out of that. We still have Mars very much in evidence in Leo. You can see the evidence of this all around. But Mars, the symbol for war, is enjoying itself in Leo. And we have the sun in Sagittarius. Okay, so devil may care Sagittarius. I think what you'll find is people are recklessly spending money online at the moment. It's as if, there's no tomorrow, just burn the money, what does it matter? And I think we can put that down to Mercury being in Sagittarius. If you've got anything that you want to sell, we have a great website here called Vintage where we sell all our secondhand clothes, which is such a fantastic way to reduce carbon footprint, if you like, but also to reduce waste. So I think Vintage going through the roof at the moment with all the purchases for presents and things and party clothes and what have you. But So get on there if you want to sell something. Anyway, so we've got some fire left, and the three planets that were very much symbolizing the feminine at the time. I was talking about the huge fight above our heads, have separated to a certain extent. Ceres and Pluto are still quite close to each other. Um, they are in a masculine sign, Aquarius, and so communication, higher communication. I was reading something earlier about drone activity in the States, which nobody's laying claim for. And so that was making me smile about higher communication. But anyway, I think it's early days yet, and we have yet to see more evidence of what is going to be happening in the Middle East before we can see which one is working and achieving its goal, the masculine or the feminine. Okay, full moon coming up. Moon now in Taurus. The sun is in Sagittarius, and so to have a full moon, we have to have the moon opposite in Gemini. The moon will move from Taurus into Gemini. So we've got 14 degrees to go, just over a day. And then we are very much set up for this full moon, which will happen on Sunday. What do I think to this one? So we do have Saturn in the mutable signs, and this is two mutable signs that are going to be playing with the full moon. And so there's a little bit of holding back there. There's a little bit of Saturn's breaks going on, if you like. However, the reason I quite like this axis because it always really plays around with science and information and learning. And I always think that's a great thing for us all. It keeps us out of the wars anyway. But so when the moon is in Gemini, you've got two very light touches here. Gemini is not a strong sign, but it is quite childish or childlike, I should say. And it loves just to dabble with words and information, crosswords, this kind of stuff, collect information. So it is very party-ish, very sort of like chatter, 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 meeting people. I assume that there will be quite a peak of activity on social media, things like Facebook, people chatting to each other. So that will be one kind of evident thing. After that, it is about the journey. It is about journeying, and it is about any kind of journey. So a journey into information, a journey into discovery, a journey to broaden horizons. And it's masculine, it's yang. So it's quite a light, bright, easy one, I think, this one. It's not too arduous. So for me, it's like, yeah, this is going to be okay. So I may regret these words, but I'm thinking, well, it's not the one we should be looking at the moment. It's that's not the big issue. The big issue is the Pluto-Uranus trine. Anyways, I think that's about all from me. I'm just going to stop sharing now. And it's been great to talk to you again, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, bye.